President Biden has now pardoned officially his son, Hunter Biden. In order to make sure we're getting the full story and all the facts of this, it's best to go first to his official statement that he published on December the 1st. Let's go ahead and read some of this statement. Quote, "Today I signed a pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong. There's been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective persecution. In trying to break Hunter, they've tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it will stop there. Enough is enough. For my entire career, I have followed a single principle. Just tell the American people the truth. They'll be fair-minded. Here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. And once I made this decision this weekend, there was no sense in delaying it further. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision." I think certainly we can understand why a father would come to this decision, pardoning his son. However, Biden does make one interesting, what would seem to be a contradiction. He says he believes in the justice system, while also, in the same sentence, saying that he believes raw politics has infected this process and it led to a miscarriage of justice. Seems like Biden doesn't have much faith in the justice system in this instance, though he claims to have faith in the justice system in other instances. Very interesting. All right, of course, many right-wing conservatives have called out this so-called consistency and are jumping in opposition to this pardon from Biden. CNN ran an article, quote, "Biden's pardon of his son pours fuel on Trump's claims of politicized justice." Specifically, a lot of right-wing conservatives are pointing to the actual pardon. So let's read some of it right here. Robert Hunter Biden, a full and unconditional pardon for those offenses against the United States which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024, included but not limited to all offenses charged or prosecuted, including any that have resulted in convictions by Special Counsel David C. Wells in docket number, etc. So we see not only is Hunter Biden pardoned for the crimes that he's being prosecuted on, but he's also been pardoned for any crimes that he may have committed from 2014, that 10-year period from 2014 to 2024. Really, really interesting, and a lot of right-wing conservatives are calling this out as an abuse of the executive power from President Biden. The New York Times ran an article, quote, "Democrats sharply criticized Biden's pardon of his son." So even some Democrats, it would seem, according to the New York Times, are calling this out and criticizing this decision. Quote, "Hunter Biden pardon unprecedented and very unusual, reports or experts say," according to the USA Today. Finally, the Daily Wire ran an article, quote, "Republicans blast Biden for pardoning son. He repeatedly lied to the public." Now, we know he has said during his term that he would not pardon his son, that he trusts the justice system. Here's one example, one clip of him saying that. Let's watch.
"I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him."
Biden, obviously, and without a doubt, saying that he would not pardon his son. It wasn't just Biden, though. Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, came out and said this during some briefings. Here's what she had to say about this situation.
It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
All right, so there's her, obviously, before all of this happened, saying that a pardon for Hunter Biden would not come out from President Joe Biden. We'll leave you, the viewer, to determine if these were deliberate lies, what was going on there. We'll leave you to determine if you would do the same thing if you were in Biden's place. Speaking of the Biden...
Yeah, I know. That was a pretty great video. Now before you go, like and subscribe. Click those buttons. We'll see you next time.